With Georgia producing more poultry than any other state in the country, the Department of Agriculture has taken a possible avian influenza outbreak very seriously. During the Georgia Farm Bureau's annual convention in Jekyll Island, Damon Jones spoke to state leaders about the issue and gives you the latest update as to what producers can expect and what they can do to help lower the risk of possible contamination.
This time last year, the nation was in a panic as a number of states were affected by the avian influenza, a disease that carries with it a 95% mortality rate for the birds that are infected. And while the disease does look to have been somewhat contained, departments around the state are still taking the threat very seriously.
High pathogenic avian influenza was last found within the country in June in a wild bird. So since that time, we've been in Georgia preparing in case this virus does come back to the United States and come to Georgia. So we've been working very, very hard to be prepared for when that happens.
One of the big reasons for all the panic was the lack of information on the topic. That's why the Georgia Department of Agriculture is making an effort to answer some of the key questions being asked.
Am I going to get sick? Are my kids going to get sick? Or my dog's going to get sick? That's number one that they're going to be concerned about. Number two is the welfare of the animals that we are having to deal with. You know, how are we handling this issue? How are we going to dispose of the birds? That's another big question that a lot of people have.
It's also important farmers relay some of the information they learn to those in their everyday life.
What they need to realize is that it could be at the guy at Walmart, the person sitting next to them at the Waffle House, the lady at the bank, their truck driver that's bringing the feed to them on the farm. Those people may talk to the media. So it's really important that our communication messages, whoever we're talking to, are clear and concise and accurate and consistent to make sure that the message is that way as well.
They say an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure, and that's especially the case here as producers can help mitigate their risk of an outbreak by paying close attention to what is coming on and off their farm.
You draw a line in the sand, and what's on your side of the line you control. The world's on the other side of the line. So what crosses that line, you clean, you disinfect, and you prevent things from crossing that line that you don't want to cross. That's biosecurity. We can't stop the birds from coming. We can't stop the birds from bringing avian influenza virus, but we can stop the virus from getting into our poultry.
Unfortunately, biosecurity can be time-consuming and costly. However, Cobb says it is certainly worth all the effort and will have other benefits besides warding off this virus.
In the state of Georgia, since we have increased our outreach to all these grower groups about biosecurity, normal everyday things that have been plaguing the poultry industry in a routine kind of way have all gone down. So biosecurity works.
Reporting from Jekyll Island, I'm Damon Jones for the Georgia Farm Monitor.